and the MWBE primary subconsultant is the Boris Miles Insurance Agency. Next slide, please. This slide provides estimated contract appropriations amounts and total contract value amounts. So to differentiate between the two, of course, is when we provide to Council on December 2nd the request for council action for contract award, we have an initial appropriation amount that we are requesting, and that is the center column that we will be requesting on that date. However, in most of these contracts, prime example would be the construction manager at risk, we will be returning to council for multiple appropriations as we enter different phases of the project. And so we're also providing, for transparency purposes, what we estimate the total contract value of each of these contracts to be. And as you can see at the very bottom, we are going to recommend a contract award with appropriations of $69.6 million on December 2nd, but we anticipate those contracts to represent a total contract value of just over $750 million. I would like to highlight that this $750 million does not represent what we anticipate the total cost of the IAH terminal redevelopment program to be. This is representing the value of these five procurement actions that we're bringing forward for consideration on December 2nd. On the next slide, please. On the next slide, we're providing a look ahead of what we anticipate program development actions to be over the next 3 to 6 months. Next slide, please. As Mario mentioned earlier, we are conducting another public outreach industry day tomorrow, and the primary purpose of that outreach event is provided on this slide, which is highlighting upcoming additional procurement actions in support of the terminal redevelopment program. And as an example, during January-February timeframe, we plan to re-advertise and solicit design-build services for our program management office building. And that's followed by, in February, requesting the design services and construction manager for the airside airfield ramp work related to the Mickey Leland International Terminal. And then in early summer to midsummer timeframe will be when we advertise the design services and construction manager for both the Federal Inspection Services facility and the Terminal C West parking garage. At that point, I'll turn the microphone back over to Mario.
And that pretty much sums up the presentation, and we'd be happy to take any questions you may have.
Thank you, Director. Mr. Barker, thank you. Carolyn, thank you very much for your presentation. I have a number of my colleagues that would like to